Hey everybody, I am here with Julie Cato. She is a dear friend now and a former client, and I'm going to let her tell you a little bit about who she is and what she's doing. Take it away, Julie.
So my name is Julie Cato, and I am a yoga teacher. I also guide meditations, but I also have my master's in mental health counseling, and I'm working on supervision to get my licensure in that. So I kind of blend all of it, but I do a lot of stuff with empowering young girls. I have a group called Empowered Girls, and that's starting to expand and grow. And then I also do private sessions, and I also have a group called Body Talk with body image and that kind of stuff. I work with women and just really learning how to empower ourselves and find that love within. And I use yoga is a really great tool that I use, and meditation to kind of guide us and get us there. It's amazing.
I love it. And could you share a little bit about where were you in your business when we started our work together?
I mean, now I can really tell you, I was like really nowhere in my business. I was kind of just all over the place doing 1,000 different things for either no money or very little money. And now I just have such a stronger sense of, first of all, what I'm doing, because at the time when I first reached out to you, I kind of didn't know what I was doing. I wanted to just like do everything, and doing everything was getting me nothing. So it was kind of honing down to like what I really want to do, what my skills were, and who did I want my audience to be. And that was a big step. And then also like knowing that I need to charge money and like make money and actually building a strong business. And that is definitely, so when I think I first met you, it was a lot of chaos, but the thing I really loved about the work we did, not only did I learn business, but it was kind of going deep in and finding where were these old wounds that were blocking me from not feeling worthy enough to really ask to get paid for what I do. And we did a lot of work with that. And that really made a huge game shift for me. Instead of just giving me tools on how to build a business, it was clearing out the space that was blocking that. So when the tools were given to me, I could really expand with that.
Yeah. And if I remember correctly, when we first, I think our first conversation, you shared that you have a small yoga studio. It looks like you're probably there right now. And that it fit only about 10 people, and you were only charging like $10 a class, and you were giving so much to the people. Like you were actually being like their psychotherapist, and you weren't even able to fill up that class. And that it just seemed so off, because I had a hard time getting off the phone with you because you're so engaging. Do I remember correctly?
Oh, absolutely. That is exactly what was going on. And I'm learning a lot of that. I do give a lot of myself. I'm never going to quit doing that because that's who I am. But it's me knowing when, it's really me. It's my boundary with me knowing when and where to use that. And instead of doing a class of, 5 people and 2 of them hang out for like another 30 minutes talking to me, that had to shift. So a lot of that mind shifting, and, I cut down a lot of my yoga classes. I do a lot more privates. I'm making a lot more money with that instead of just engaging in trying to get like $50 for that one class. And actually the classes I teach now, my yoga classes now, are really filling up. And, I live in a really great small community, but it is a small community. So I'm pulling from a small pod at times. So it's finding the right people to come into my space. And that was a lot of what we did, is who is my audience?
Yeah.
And I was trying to be everybody's audience, and then I wasn't getting anybody. But now I know who my audience is, and that's who's coming. That's who I'm attracting. Yeah.
And from what I remember, like on our third call, you were so excited because you had filled up there was a kind of it was your high-end program at the time, and it was full, and you had people on the waiting list, and you had people calling you, asking you when you were going to do it again.
Yes. That's the Empowered Girls camp I did. And then that turned into, with your advice and help, I turned it into a year program. And now we're just ending it this month. So this month we've been doing a lot of endings. And then we're starting up, I'm already planning the next camp. But we're also, the thing that's growing really big for me is how big the Empowered Girls has gotten, where I have to do, I'm up to I'm looking at doing 3 groups. I know, instead of just the one. And so now, because it's getting so big, I'm actually working on a manual so I can do trainings and get people all over, you know, spreading this really amazing thing that we're doing. And the thing that really speaks to me is I had so many girls that did that 1 week with me that stayed with me the whole year and are coming back. I didn't have a lot of in and out people. I had like people who really committed and stayed in it.
Oh,
Yeah, a lot, right?
So beautiful. I'm so proud of you.
Yeah.
That's amazing. That is incredible. I'm just, I don't even really know what to say. Well, I am curious though, with all of this, I mean, it sounds like things are just rolling in a big, probably bigger than you could have imagined when we first started working together. So what are you visioning? Do you have a bigger piece on the horizon, and what is it?
Yes. And I love, that's the one thing you always taught me was like, see that big thing and then you work your way down. So for me, big picture, and what I'm aiming for is that there will be, you know, an Empowered Girls Hawaii group, Empowered Girls California group, like Empowered Girls Colorado. Like we are just going to expand, and then it leads into like a huge mentorship. We're our own business. All the women who become the mentors, we're supporting each other, and then we're also, you know, these girls are going to do this program, and hopefully they end up being a mentor, and we just keep passing on this really great message. You know, really Empowered Girls group has turned into just a really sacred space for girls to share what's going on in their lives. We do yoga and we meditate, and they write their own meditations, and some of them I've recorded, and we give them out as little gifts to people when we're doing certain fundraisers. But really, when I asked them what is Empowered Girls to, they all said it's a safe place to talk about my stuff. And that's huge right now, ages 8 and 13. You know, this is like my age group, and they can come and they're learning how to process, not gossip. They're learning how to hold space, not fix each other, but just listen and really find empathy. And it's, you know, I've had so many success stories from just creating that sacred space and having parents come to me and say, you know, now my daughter is admitting to being bullied. Now my daughter feels like she has a voice. Now my daughter is actually trying to do other stuff because she's being heard here. Now she feels like she has a voice. Like, it's so incredible, and I just want to keep it like going. And I see,
please do.
And I see it, and I just want to share. And there's only one of me, so I'm ready to like get other empowered women mentored in it, so they can lead it, and that it can continue to grow. Because I mean, I can only do so much, and I have, you know me. There's a lot of other stuff I like to do too. So
yeah, that's so great that your business is getting so big that you have to learn how to teach other people to fulfill your mission. And I love that you're basically moving into an international national, and then maybe even eventually national or international community. That's so beautiful. I'm super excited.
I know, because you out of anybody gets to have this moment of going, oh my God, like, Julie, come on, what are you going to do? And I'm like, I don't know, I want to do everything. And then I'm like, and then I ended up talking to a client for 2 hours today and wasted like 3 hours, you know, and just like, that was where I was very scattered. And now my energy is honed in on like, you know, the Dharma. It's very, my phone.
Yeah, but your Dharma just overpowered the flower. You are having, and I just can feel you're having such a powerful impact on these young women who are going to be the leaders, and to teach them these positive values for connection and communication and conflict resolution and all of that. Just, wow, that's just so beautiful.
It's really, it's for me, like just watching it, witnessing it, I'm just kind of blown away after all of it.
Wow. Well, I'm sending you my prayers for the biggest manifestation of your vision possible. And I'm super excited that we had this opportunity to connect. I'm sorry you couldn't be here today, but wow, this is so touching, warming to my heart to hear where you're at and where you're headed. And I have absolutely no doubt that you're going to get there.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And I've always, like, the work that I've done with you is just so powerful. It's like magic. Like the moment I started working with you, everything shifted in my business. So I thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you for rocking it. All right, honey. Well, hopefully we get to connect soon. Maybe I'll see you in Hawaii.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Lots of love.
Hello.